Indigenous Yes leaders break silence over shameful referendum result. SBS News. Shameful act. Indigenous Yes leaders break silence over voice referendum result. The statement described the level of misinformation surrounding the campaign and led up to the vote as unprecedented, saying it had unleashed a tsunami of racism. The ACT was the only jurisdiction to achieve a majority yes vote in the voice referendum. Source: AAP, Lucas Koch. Key points. An open letter shared on the weekend describes the result of the 14th of October referendum as shameful. The majority of Australians voted against the Indigenous voice, with the no vote recording 60% nationwide. Sunday's statement said there was nothing positive to be taken from the referendum result. Indigenous Yes campaign leaders have, over the 14th of October referendum, describing the result as shameful. An unsigned, open letter released on Sunday said that after a week of silence they were speaking out to respond to the majority of Australians who voted against. In the Constitution, in refusing our people's right to be heard on matters that affect us, Australia chose to make itself less liberal and less democratic, the statement read. Read more. Australia has voted no to yet another referendum. Will one ever pass again? The latest count from the 14th of October referendum shows the national no vote at 60.69% and yes at 39.31%. Every state turned down the proposal, with the Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has acknowledged the disappointment of yes campaigners, but said Australia's choice must be respected. Sunday's statement, which did not name its specific authors, said there was nothing positive to be taken from the referendum result. Post-referendum commentary absolving no voters was expected, it said, in the usual kind of post-election approval or praise of the electorate. International law expert reflects on failed Indigenous voice to Parliament referendum. SBS NITV Radio. There was little that could be done after the federal opposition announced it was opposing the voice, the letter stated. The support for the referendum collapsed from the moment Liberal and National Party leaders, Mr. Dutton and Mr. Littleproud, chose to oppose the Voice to Parliament proposal after more than a decade of bipartisan support. The statement described the level of misinformation surrounding the campaign and led up to the vote as unprecedented, saying it had unleashed a tsunami of racism. Read more. Days after voice vote, Peter Dutton waters down Indigenous recognition commitment. On Saturday, 3 Northern Territory land councils said the result of the referendum could not be separated from a deep-seated racism. It is fair to say that not everyone who voted no is racist, but also fair to say that all racists voted no, said the Northern Land Council, Tiwi Land Council and Anandayakwa Land Council. Share this with family and friends. Recommended for you. Ukraine is worried about the Hamas-Israel war, but Vladimir Putin may not benefit. World. Israel mounts, limited, Gaza ground raids, fears Palestinians running out of food and water. World. Food insecurity is absolutely everywhere, in Australia. Most are feeling it for the first time. Life. Employment scams are on the rise. Here's what to look out for. Australia. Wire calls for a royal commission into child sexual abuse causing a stir. Politics. Junior public servants allegedly ranked female colleagues on a hotties list, Senate hears. Politics. Italian Prime Minister splits from partner after lewd TV comments saga. World. Jobless, homeless and on the verge of losing it all. Until a Queensland community rallied behind them. Australia. Topics. SBS World News. Explore SBS. SBS Home. SBS On Demand. News. Audio. Languages. What's on. TV and radio guide. Food. Indigenous. Sport. Voices. Teaching resources. Languages. Arabic. Pu Tong Hua, Mandarin. Guang Dong Hua, Cantonese. Tieng Viet, Vietnamese. Hanyujao, Korean. See all languages. Contact SBS. 1-800-500-727, toll free. Help Centre. Locked Bag 028, Crow's Nest, New South Wales 1585. Follow SBS. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Copyright. Terms and conditions. Privacy. Your online preferences. Sales and advertising. Complaints. SBS Code of Practice. Careers. About us. SBS acknowledges the traditional custodians of country and their connections and continuous care for the skies, lands and waterways throughout Australia.